This is WLKY Morning News.
I mean, he was just selfless, and he just symbolized every good quality that, anyone should really have.
A legacy that will live on for years, how the community will honor a Jeffersonville store owner killed in a robbery.
I went with my gut instinct, and I'm not doing anything that I don't think any other officer here would do.
Plus, an officer's gut feeling saved the life of a missing man, where police found the man who was missing for 2 days.
And Norton Children's Hospital has a new way of performing brain surgeries. Good Saturday morning to you. I'm Morgan Lentes.
I'm Marvis Herring. Thanks for starting your weekend with the WLKY weekend morning team. It is 6 o'clock.
Let's check in with meteorologist Suzanne Horgan, who has a happy forecast for me.
Happy for you, certainly, Morgan. Morgan did not like those temperatures in the 90s. So, guys, we're going to be talking about temperatures this morning that might even be a bit on the cool side for you. A little free air conditioning. Temperatures in the middle 50s right now. The dew point's nice and low in the mid 40s. We're looking at highs today that are going to recover into the middle 80s, so we will be above normal by some 10 degrees as we head into the afternoon hours. Temperatures across the region are on the cool side this morning. It's 47 degrees in Seymour, upper 40s in Brownstown as well as in Scott County. Taking a look at a few other locations, mid 50s right now in Munfordville, 51 degrees in Greene County, and it's 50 degrees in Lebanon. Taking a look at our temperatures right now in Bullitt County, we're coming in at mid 50s, lower 50s in Oldham County, and 51 degrees in Greenville. Let's talk about that weekend weather for today. Temperatures in the middle 80s. Now tomorrow, guys, we're going to have a chance of rain for tomorrow. It doesn't look to be an all-day rain event, but we will increase the likelihood of our seeing some rain, I think, especially late day into your Monday. And of course, today we have the Harvest Homecoming Parade. It's at 3 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the mid 80s, some nice sunshine, so you can see the evening team out there if you're head out to New Albany. Obviously, a ton of great events going on there, and the weather certainly cooperating for today. Right now, it is 6:02. Let's send it back over to the news desk.
All right. Thank you, Suzanne. 1 year after a Jeffersonville father and convenience store owner was killed, his community is making sure his legacy continues to live on. Praful Patel was shot and killed inside his store by Antonio McRae during a robbery. Now today, Patel's family and friends will break ground on a memorial in Perrin Park to honor his life. The memorial originally started off as just one small bench, but after growing support, it has grown into a small pond, a garden, several benches, and a walkway.
What it does is it shows and reminds everyone what Mr. Patel meant to this community.
That groundbreaking will be at 11 this morning. The Patel family says it will cost around $5,000 for the garden to be built. It's expected to be finished around April of next year. A group of Clarksville police officers are being credited with saving a man's life. The 31-year-old was reported missing Sunday after a friend couldn't get in touch with him. After a 2-day search, officers found him half submerged in Mill Creek. But if it wasn't for the gut feeling of one Clarksville officer, the man may never have been found.
Relief, especially for me. Actually, when I woke up in the morning, that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, we got to find this guy. Where could he be? Because we had looked for a while, and it was like, we need to go back out here.
The man was found extremely dehydrated and disoriented. Officers carried him to safety and took him to a local hospital where he is expected to spend the next several days recovering.
It's 6:04 this morning, and the search continues for the suspect or suspects who fired shots that hit a woman sleeping in her bed. It happened around 3 Thursday morning at the Brookfield Mobile Home Park in Fairdale. Jessie Cosman and her husband woke up to the sound of 2 gunshots. Both bullets pierced an outside wall. One of them hit Jessie in her leg. She's since been treated and released, but police have not located any suspects.
I still don't know what happened. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who did it. It haunts me. I don't know how to get past it.
Definitely a scary situation there. LMPD is still investigating that shooting. Meantime, a day at the park turned into a nightmare for visitors in East Louisville. Metro Police tell WLKY News that there were 2 reported car break-ins at Hayes Kennedy Park this week. But the problems began years ago. One man who frequents that park talked with us, telling us 2 years ago, he and his wife became 2 of the break-in victims.
When we came back to the car, the first thing I said to my wife was, honey, one of us left the back window down. And we don't do that because we made it a point to lock it, even though we thought this park was perfectly safe.
Thieves reportedly stole items from Long's car, then racked up hundreds of dollars on their credit cards. And in other news, Louisville Metro Police and Metro Council members want to keep you from falling victim to car thefts. They unveiled the Lock, Take, Hide initiative. 100 signs will go up in the downtown area, reminding drivers to lock their cars, take their keys, and hide their belongings. Car thefts are on the rise in Louisville. In the Central Business District, thefts are up, get this, 38% from last year. Anyone who sees suspicious activity around a car should call police.
Virtual surgery. Yeah, you heard me correctly. New technology at Norton Children's Hospital is giving doctors an inside look at brain surgeries. No scalpel required. The so-called surgical theater has virtual reality goggles and controllers, so you can navigate inside a child's skull in 3D with 360 degrees of motion.
A way to let patients and families understand what we're talking about, which isn't necessarily straightforward a lot of times.
Doctors say it helps them combine 2D images like MRI and CT scans into a more realistic view, but they can virtually practice procedures before they get in the operating room. They expect to use the technology on more than 100 patients a year. It's a weekend-long event to help celebrate the arts. The St. James Art Show continues today. More than 700 artists are set up along the streets, showcasing their paintings, metalwork, crafts, and more. The free event started 63 years ago to raise money for improvements to the neighborhood. One of the artists in the show says he enjoys coming back each year because of the people living in that neighborhood.
Good setting, good crowds, you know, treated good, you know. Like the lady over here has breakfast for us. I know another lady, if you need to use the restroom, her house is open. So, you know, it's nice when, you know, people appreciate you being here.
The St. James Court Art Show opens back up today from 10 to 6 and tomorrow from 10 to 5.
Also happening today, one of the nation's top Halloween parades in the entire nation. Today, you can get dressed in your best costume for the 17th annual Louisville Halloween Parade. The festival is in the Highlands on Baxter Avenue between Bardstown Road and Winter Avenue. You have from noon until 9 to join the fun. Live entertainment and vendor booths are just part of what you'll find there.
And we're going to be talking about some great weather for today. Temperatures are going to be warming up into the 80s this morning. A bit of a cool start to the day with 51 degrees right now in LaGrange, 54 degrees in Shepherdsville. And we're looking at highs recovering into the middle 80s for today under mostly sunny skies. We'll have more on our rain opportunities coming up.
Time now 6:08, and the impeachment inquiry heats up. Our Matt Pritchard is in Washington with the latest.